Hello, everyone. It's me, Chrysalodian. On these brand new Mario Kart streams are starting out here, and what I want to do is before we get started here, as you see on the screen, there are four stream feeds that you're seeing right now, and those are players that are entered into a tournament. Hi. And that tournament can be found on the top right of your screen, where it says tournament code. That goes right into, let me get my screen ready, this part in online gameplay where you basically just hit tournament, and then there's a tournament already created. And as you can see, for me, there's already favorites that says Glentendo circuit. Well, if this wasn't available to you, you can literally search by code, and it would be this thing on the top right of your screen. I'm just going to type it in anyways, again, just so we could see it. But yeah, so this is a brand new basically stream that we're doing on Master Hand, courtesy of Glentendo, who goes ahead and organizes these these tournaments. And they work pretty much like a free-for-all where you enter them and everybody plays. You might be playing other people in the circuit, or if in the time frame they're not there, then you'll be playing against some bots. But regardless, here we go. So Glentendo circuit. The rules on the screen, you see 150cc, that's the speed, no teams. If you're interested in teams, though, there is a teams tournament every Tuesday, and that is also brand new in the meantime. But for right now, this is what we're looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to join today. I don't know if I'm actually going to play or not. Doesn't really matter. If I don't, my points will just total me down to like 0. So right here you see standings, join. So I'm going to hit join. Actually, before I do that, let's look at view standings. All right, so no standings available yet, and that's probably because this tournament just started at 7. It just started at 7, but right now there are people playing, and I could show you that. Right here is a Moral Atheist currently going through his races. As you can see, he's playing Link. He is currently streaming the Twitch, and that's how I'm getting his feed, because just to remind, or I guess to tell anyone who doesn't know, there is no spectator mode in Mario Kart. So that makes me have to be creative. So that's why you're seeing a screen share here. And then if we look even further, we have a couple screen shares. Let me get that ready for you. And look at that. So now on the screen, you're seeing Lemon Tea's stream, which appears to be frozen. And you're also seeing Koogie's stream, which is loading the next race. So if I wanted to, we could jump right to Koogie's, basically his own little, just to focus just on his stream if we wanted to, as I'm getting ready. I'm getting this ready now. So as you can tell, this is still very new, like in terms of format. But here we go. So let's break out the Koogie's. So there he goes, playing Rosa. He's on... the name of the map is eluding me. But anyways, so this is the race he's in. It does look like he's in with another person from Bracket. Zodiac is a name that I definitely recognize. He enters the tournaments on the weekly. These tournaments are still pretty new, but he's been here on the weekly. Koogie's been here on the weekly. Koogie's who you're looking at right now. In fact, I'll do you guys one better. I could actually show you the URLs of the people. And also, if you type in !racers right now, there should be a... Here, I'll do it in the chat. Basically, it'll pop up showing everyone who is streaming today. So today we have a Moral Atheist, Lemon Tea Legacy, Koogie's, Elusive Transcendent, and Pharaoh SSB are our current streamers. And hold on, I'm just getting my scoreboard handy. If I can find it. There we go. And pretty soon you will see Koogie's name popping right up on your screen, and that is happening right now. So there we go. So if you want to hone in on just Koogie's stream just for yourself, you know, you're like, hey man, this Rose is pretty good. He's in first place right now. Got a pretty good lead. Even kept it displayed a blue shell. You know, you could check out the other racers. Lemon Tea's still frozen. But Moral Atheist is not. So here we go. These are two streams, or excuse me, 2 races going on at once. These guys are in 2 different races within the circuit, but it's the same circuit. So that's kind of the gist of it. And also, let me fix the names above the streams. There we go. So Koogie's on your left, a Moral Atheist on your right. Both of them doing pretty well. I'm not sure who's in each respective race. I can tell you is in Kugiku's race is Glentendo was also in that race and appears to have placed either second or first. But in the meanwhile, while that race is over, we'll just go ahead and shift our attention over to Immoral Atheist. And as we do that, I'm going to go ahead and try to find someone else who's playing, so that way you guys can kind of get an idea of how this whole thing runs if you haven't already. There we are. So right now we'll watch Immoral Atheist, who's still in a pretty good lead here, a really good lead here. Believe second place is that Shy Guy, which still looks a little bit far behind, but he does still have an entire lap left to go. All right, so as promised, let me go ahead and see what other races I could find in the meanwhile, and also if I could reload Lemon Tea's stream. Okay, so here we go. On the screen, this is the tricky part. Basically, labeling the things is a little bit tricky, but I can still do it. Elu has a tag that is sometimes gets me on the spelling. It's Elu Transcendent, or Elusive Transcendent, and for some reason that just does things to my brain. I just like spell it wrong all the time. You'll see it, like when I type it out and you see it on the screen, you might be like, yeah, all right, I get it. Or you'll just be like, that's not that hard to spell, bro. Also, let me put on Mario Kart music back for you guys. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's Elu's Twitch. So, okay, both these guys just finished the race. So let's go ahead and see if Kugi has started again. I'm sure he has, though, but I will find that for you. He sure has. Kugi is currently in second place of his race, which appears to be Tick-Tock Clock, which is a fantastic map. For anyone unfamiliar with Mario Kart, this is one of the better ones, or I think it's one of the better ones. Lots of places that get the jump boost, lots of turns like this that you'll see that you get the sparks. Depending on your kart, like Kugi could have probably kept turning through that entire thing and like gotten one big speed boost, but he didn't really have to. I mean, he's still got a lead, and it's a decent one. Kugi's been grinding this game out quite a bit. He's I think was new, and then now it's like he's putting in daily time. I'm pretty sure I saw on his Twitter that he's like grinding this at least an hour or so a day, which does pay off, man. Like half the battle of being good at this game is just being essentially just knowing the maps and like where the shortcuts are. You know, when I see a good shortcut, I'll call it out. But all right, here we go. Oh, this is good news. So it looks like we do have 4 active streams right now. Finally, looks like Lemon Tea's connection issues may have been sorted. It does appear that Immoral Atheist and Elu are in the same race, up on the top left and top right. And on the bottom, it looks like Lemon Tea and Kugi Cougs are also in the same race. So that's like the whole point of this. We're just trying to see the head-to-head since, like I said, there is no spectator mode and there's a lot of different games going on at once, depending on how many entrants and who's entered and all those things. So kind of the trick here is the tournament is set to go from 7 to 9, meaning as long as you get your 24 races, I believe it's 24, within the time between 7 and 9, you have the basically you're able to get as many points as possible, but the points are based on your placing. So the thing is like if you start late, you might not finish your races, but you also get the benefit of these guys already finishing their races, to where you maybe will get, you know, if the tournament's small enough, you'll be playing against bots, which is kind of lame. But it's, I don't know, it kind of also is a thing you can do, but then you got to hustle. But anyways, guys on the bottom are done. That race is concluded. I unfortunately did miss the results, but in the meanwhile, we will get this race now where Elu is currently in first using his favorite dog, Isabel, and Immoral Atheist using his favorite, I don't even know. I was going to use like a time explanation for Link, but then I just realized that like he literally transcends time. But anyways, Immoral Atheist, who we see a lot in Smash, also means Link. And I don't know. I was trying to make a joke. It fell. Just let's just forget about it. All right. So Immoral Atheist got some ground to cover. Meanwhile, Elu pretty far ahead, and this is the final lap. So it doesn't really look like he's in jeopardy of losing anything at the moment. If you look on his map, you'll see he's pretty far, and I will get you a zoom in on that map right now. So Yeah, you see the big gap in between him and the rest of the people? That's Elu's lead currently. And he's done. So there we have it. As you can see, the American flags, or any flags, kind of represent anyone who's in the race. So there were a few bots in there. All right. Yeah, so there were a few bots in there, and that match is over. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it to the 4 screen because it's readily available. And I'm going to switch the cameras so we can see the people actually racing. Because who wants to watch loading screens, am I right? All right, so we do have Pharaoh here as well. Pharaoh is the Yoshi on your right-hand side with that very, very Yoshi Island themed stream overlay. And Lemon Tea, just a regular old overlay with his with his face cam right over the laps and the coins, but that's okay. All right, so both these guys struggling just a little bit, but they'll find their footing. Lemon Tea is someone we've been seeing on the weekly as well. He was in both the free-for-alls last week and also was in the team tournament that was last Tuesday. And as you see, okay, so these guys are all, okay, yeah, different maps, but so this kind of worked out. So on the top row, you'll see one race, and on the bottom row, you'll see another. And I'm going to go ahead and get those things labeled for you right now because I can. A little bit extra effort, but I feel like it drives the point across because my goal for this is to have more people essentially, well, one, just looking to compete in Mario Kart because it's fun. There's like a good server for it, and I should probably link that in the chat. I will a little bit, but in the meanwhile, there's a pretty good group of guys playing. They're very local to the Smash scene here. And the thing is like they stream, or I'm sorry, they play for fun, but a few of them, you know, do stream and are looking to stream things. So my goal is to basically find more people just looking to stream as a perspective. So it's kind of like a win-win because if more people stream, there's more perspectives to see and more like things I can capture in terms of like what's actually happening within the tournament. And it's more people I could sort of shout out saying, hey, this person's streaming, yada, yada, yada. And then without it, you know, if less people stream, less perspective, and really not that much to talk about, we're kind of just like restreaming 1 or 2 streams, and that's like not that good. But this is the current format. I'm also able to enter, but as you can see, there's just so many things happening, and like once I start playing, I could focus in on my gameplay, but then it's just like, then it's just my gameplay. And I feel like it kind of defeats the purpose. Otherwise, I'd just be doing like my own stream. The point is I'm able to. So on slow days or days where not a lot of people are streaming, that's the case. It does look like Kugi took 3rd in his race, Lemon Tea finishing right behind him at 4th. And that does appear to have been a full queue. That had a full 16 people, in that, or I'm sorry, 12 people in that race. So that's actually nice. And I'm pretty interested to see how many entrants we have. I'm going to go ahead and check that in just a moment. As soon as I get a little bit better viewpoint for you guys, instead of looking at the 4 inactive screens, you'll have 2 active ones. All right, so as that happens, I'm going to go ahead and check out the results if I can. And the way Mario Kart works, which is pretty awful, you can actually see my screen share faded in the back, but the way it works is if I want to see the standings for one of these tournaments, I have to like reset the entire game, basically. I mean go to home screen, close out the game, come back to the game, and then it'll like refresh the standings. All right, does appear we have a couple more people racing. All right, so yep. Kugi and Lemon Tea have been getting a lot of the head-to-heads, and that's actually kind of hype, honestly, because both these guys are weekly guys, and they're like both pretty competitive when it comes to the tournaments. Like both can finish top 8 and do like I know Kugi Cougs is. I don't think he's won one of these, but I think he's gotten 2nd. I want to say. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly certain. And Lemon Tea, I'm pretty sure he's kind of the same boat. I don't know if he's been like top 4 or whatever, but he's definitely placed well. All right, so I'm going to hop it over just those 2 guys. And then I do see Music Park currently for Immoral Atheist and who's that? Okay, never mind. That's just about ending, so I won't go to that. Yeah, so we'll keep this one on the screen for now. In the meanwhile, I'm going to try and find some results because that's what you want to see in tournaments. Ha, and we do have some standings. I'll wait until after this race because it looks like it's a good one and it's about halfway through to break you out to the other. I'm sorry, to break out to the results. And in the meanwhile, I will tell you who is in this bracket because I can at least see that. It shows me the top 20 placings. So as far as people you may have seen on this Master Hand stream, if you watched it for Smash or even just watched it Mario Kart last week, a few of the people, there is Kugi, Steven, who I think is Steven MKWee or something on Twitter or whatever. Maverick Hunter's in, Zodiac is in, Glentendo's in. Let's see who else as far as people I recognize. I see Boosk, I see Biddy, Danny. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Cubel, LS, JRX, Pharaoh. Right on. Yeah, so there's like a lot of, that's like nearly 20-ish people that are just kind of just chilling tonight. And that's, to me, very exciting. And it looks like Kugi did win out on this current race. Lemity getting third. Both these guys have been placing pretty well. Oh, okay, so Mav was also in that race and did get second. And let's see. Kugi right now with a 48-point total from what I saw, which is pretty solid because I think he's probably... Dude, he might have won, like... Okay, so you get 12 for winning, I believe. So I think he already won... possibly 4 races, if that's true. Although I'm trying to remember the last couple races if I saw him get first. I want to say no. Anyways, hope you guys are enjoying. This is something a little new we're trying. Which is like, it's kind of scary trying new things as far as like stream stuff goes because this channel has been painted basically a Smash channel and me, like, I usually hide behind it in terms of, well, not hide behind it, but, like, I'm usually doing the back-end work for everything. So it's not like my personality is, like, a big personality that draws, but, you know, doing the best with what I got here. I kind of think this is a neat idea. It's just, it's also very much hindered by the technology in which I have available to me from Nintendo, aka no spectator mode or anything of that nature. But it does look like Kugi and Lemon Tea are about to take off, so I'm going to get the start of their race here. And then as soon as I see Immortal Atheist and Elu start, I will kind of flash to them because that's also happening simultaneous to this. Yeah, they're still counting down. I will remind everyone, or I don't even think I said this yet today, the streams, they look a little bit off. Like, in terms of timing, like, even though Lemon Tea's in first right now, like, Kugi could actually be in first in real time, but, like, depending on everybody's, like, net speeds and when they started streaming, yada yada, it might be a little off, so just keep that in mind. But, yeah, so right now, I'm going to kick it to the 4 screen because those guys did start, and I love that course right now that Moral Atheist and Elu are playing on. I'm trying to think of the name. It's basically just, it's one continuous track as opposed to having laps, which there's a few of those in this game. And to be honest with you, like, those are some of the most fun because you don't see the same thing twice and there's just certain runs that you might be good at and you might not be good at. It does look like Moral Atheist is in a pretty good position right now. He doesn't appear to be too far behind first, but he is a little bit, does have his work cut out for him just a little bit, so... I am going to hone in on him, though, while he does have the lead. If I can. No, that's Pharaoh. Oh, we got Oh, Pharaoh's in on this race, too. Just because we haven't seen him yet, I'm going to pull up his full screen. He's in 9th, using literally his Smash main, Black Yoshi. Does look like his stream is just maybe a hair laggy, but it's okay. We've all been there. But let me see. Yep, there's Elu. Got him go. Does have a little bit of ground to cover if he's going to catch MKWee, I believe named after the Wii title. It does look like Glenn is right in front of Elu as well, so Elu's gonna have to sweat. He's playing some regulars right now, hitting all the speed boosts there, doing a good job. Is blinded and very close to the finish line here. See where he finishes. Does catch some of the rough at the worst time ever because that is going to cost him another place. Yeah, okay, so he ended up getting 6th. Not so bad. And it does look like Pharaoh, who we were watching, did get 3rd. Moral Atheist appeared to have won. I did see Link at the top of the screen. Meanwhile, I believe Kugiku's also won his game? Question mark? Really kind of taking it to Lemon in the head-to-head from what I've seen. So it does look like everyone's in menu. So I will take that as an opportunity to basically... oh yeah, I guess we could jump to these results now. So this is currently what the line of results look like. Oh, hold on. There we go. This is where we're at. So these aren't the most up-to-date. This doesn't factor in the races that we just saw. But you will see Glenn doing pretty well in his own circuit. Yulu also doing well. And I know this isn't up-to-date because I'm pretty sure I saw Kugi had 48 points last round. But, right, so I do have to restart this constantly to have it up-to-date. So while I do that, it does look like we have a couple races going off once again. And it also appears that I have Lemon Tea on the screen twice. So I'm going to fix that. There we go. Moral Atheist once again in a race with Pharaoh, and I'm going to assume Elu, although I can't currently see. Okay, yes, also with Elu, confirmed, who is currently in 2nd. I will jump to him in just a moment, but in the meantime, I am going to get these results refreshed. All right, and this looks like I will point your attention to the bottom of your screen, which will now be in the center. Once again, the head-to-head between Kugi and Lemon Tea. Kugi just... the grinding is really showing, man. This is the F-Zero track, by the way, which is a little bit... was previously DLC, although this game is one piece. It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It did used to be just Mario Kart 8, and then with some DLC. The Deluxe part is the Switch port. They just put all the DLC in. This map is currently, or was, the DLC of that. I did see a bracket, exclamation point bracket, in the chat. There is no bracket for this, not today. The bracket stuff is only for teams. If you wanted to see results in this in real time, aside from when I put them on the screen, you could go to Mario Kart 8 if you own it, and basically go to online play and tournaments. And if you look on the top right, there's a code on the screen. You can use that code to type into the tournament mode, and you can either join it or check the results. So that's unfortunately the best I could do with the way the net play works in Mario Kart 8, but it seems to work well enough. But I'm gonna have that pretty much on screen for you after this race because it is ready. And it does appear that Glenn is having a good day. You can kind of see it in the back, actually. Glenn with 65 points right underneath the banner there. Zodiac also doing pretty well in 2nd place. And I don't know who Anju is. I'm not sure. But she is in the lead, and that's pretty nice for her. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so Elu and Kugi currently in 6th. So this current race, Elu must have Kugi must have finished really poorly in one race, or is maybe a couple races behind, because there it is, another race, and another one for Lemon Tea coming in 3rd. Just Kugi kind of being the nightmare. Also losing to the bot Ludwig, but we don't got to talk about it. I just was speaking out loud. But anyways, yeah, let me go ahead and flash to the results that I have on screen. So this is what you would get if you went into Mario Kart and typed into the tournament mode the code that is on the screen, which I will get up right now so you can actually see. Hold up. Yeah, so if you had this code, this is the menu you would get. So on the top right is a code. And then you get this circuit here, and you can either join or you can view standings. I actually don't think I finished the join command. I do have it in chat. Yeah, I gotta finish that. But anyways, so that's what that looks like. Let me break out back to where they're looking. So it looks like Moral Atheist and Pharaoh and probably Elu. Yep, and Elu are about to start a race. So I will get that on the screen for you. Let's see here. Wrong one. Okay, so there we go. That's okay, yeah. So right now in the top left, you see Moral Atheist. You see on the top right is Pharaoh SSB, or just Pharaoh. Sorry, I'll stop saying SSB. And then Elu on the bottom right, who's currently in first, all in the same race. Meanwhile, you'll see Kugi on the bottom left on Rainbow Road. Lemon Tea also in that race. So I will keep you up to date with that one as soon as I know. But actually, I am going to jump to that because although this race is also pretty good, we have Moral Atheist made big strides. Just lost second place to third, but in third. But currently, Lemon Tea and Kugi Cougs doing pretty well here. Both. Well, Lemon Tea wasn't second until I flashed to him. I guess I jinxed him maybe. But making his way through. Small little toad. Kugi way ahead again. It's really pretty apparent how much he's been grinding this game because every time we're checking out Cougs, he's doing his thing, man. Alright, so excuse me for just a moment. I'm going to make the command for join. So if we have any latecomers, if they're not looking at the top right of the screen, they can at least see that. Alright, so shoutouts to Kugi, man, for totally dominating every race we've seen so far. I am still getting this command in the chat for anyone who might be interested. Yep, everyone on intermission right now. So we'll be having a race soon. These guys are kind of ripping through it, so I would imagine, I believe, okay, this is, I see it says 8th race on Lemon Tea's screen. 8th race also on Kugi's screen, so I'm trying to think of how many races there are. It might be 24, but don't quote me on that. It might also be like, I don't think it's just 16. I'm not sure. You know what? I bet you it's on the advertisement. I'll have to go ahead and check that out, and I'll get back to you guys. So shout outs to the Shy Guy Fall song. Anytime you got Shy Guys featured on your track, on vocals, it's guaranteed to be a good track. Okay, so exclamation point join does work now for anyone who might be interested in that. That makes sense, right? Yep. Online play, tournament, search by code, type code. All right, yeah, that's cool. So good. Alrighty. So back to it. These guys are on lap 2 or 3. Does look like Kugi has fallen off just a little bit. I was going to leave the focus on these guys for just a bit, mostly because both of them have been placing so well where I think that one, if not both, might end up in top 8. The current standings that I have, which I'll remind you, are a little out of date, but the best I can do. It does look like Kugi is in 6th, and it does look like Lemon Tea is in 13th. But the disparity between 6th and 13th, it's pretty decent, actually. It's a solid 10 points. So there's some work there to be done by Lemon Tea, but this is already going well because he's got to place above Kugi if he's going to catch up to someone with Kugi's numbers. And right now he's doing just that. So if he could win this race, that's a huge swing from going to finishing consistent 3rd to 1st is like that's like a 5-point swing there, I think. And he does get 2nd, finishing above Kugi, who is looking like a close 3rd, does get 3rd. So yeah, that's still pretty good. That's I missed the point difference, but it's enough to cut down on how much he was down just a little bit, and that's kind of all you could ask for. Let me see if any of these guys are racing that not currently on. No, it looks like everybody's in menu, and that makes sense. They probably all started right on time, and the races take about the same time. So, in the meanwhile, I will thank the few of you for joining here. If this is fun or you think it's cool, go ahead and look into maybe just signing up. Or if you're a streamer and you're just looking for content and stuff to do, or you know a streamer who's looking for content and stuff to do, tell them about these tournaments. It's like a free 2 hours of content, and it's cross-promotional. So keep that in mind, because the more perspectives we have to stream with, the better these streams are, because we're able to get more races, different races. Right now, we've been fortunate enough to travel with a couple people who keep getting queued up in the same races. Just like on screen now. Pharaoh and Immoral Atheist have been kind of lining up the whole time. Does look like Elu is in a different place. Does look like, okay, yeah, so Lemon Tea and Kugi are also in the same race once again. One of like I forget what the name of the dock level is, but they're there. Yeah, and Elu appears to be on his own race as far as like what streamers in it. I do see some other players in there, so he's not racing against bots, but he is definitely in a different place than the other guys. I will say this does look fun. Like, if I was in stream, I'd probably join. And honestly, I might even join late and make everyone salty by racing against bots. But we'll see if I do that or not. I'm definitely thinking about it. So in either case, this is pretty fun. And again, if you know streamers or people who want to start streaming, who are playing this game or just whatever, literally all you have to do is just stream like your gameplay. Like, you'll see Kugi on the bottom left is literally that's just his gameplay. And like that's it. Like, it's that simple. Okay, there we go. That's how I wanted it. So, yeah, on the bottom is the head-to-head there. And they're only at 2 or 3, so there's a whole lot of gameplay to be had in the remaining part of this race. But Kugi pulling out ahead again. Lemon Tea is solidly in the middle. Okay, there we go. No, it is surging towards, top of the middle, but very much in the mix. I did miss Elu's placing, but it looked like it was at least top 3 from what I saw. And I believe there is someone playing, possibly Pharaoh. Okay, so Kugi finishes, Lemon Tea with a not-so-stellar finish there, 8th place. Hate to see it, but let's see. Looks like Immoral Atheist is actively racing and doing pretty well in second place. And who else we got here? Pharaoh appears to be in the same race, so I'm going to go ahead and kick it to them. And I'm also going to keep doing my best to keep these streams labeled, so that way you guys can go ahead and check out these racers individually if you like them, or if you just want to hear what they're saying, or you want to hear gameplay that isn't, or you just want to hear gameplay, because right now I just have Mario Kart music on, because you don't want to hear all the sound from the simultaneous streams, trust me. Alright, so Pharaoh getting all the helps from the items there, does get the Piranha Plant, which is, I think, a pretty good item because it gives you speed burst and it also hits people in front of you. And if you noticed, he did get inked a few seconds ago and it went right away because he was going hyper fast, which will make it go away. Catches a shortcut. Pharaoh doing a pretty good job pressing the advantage he's in right now. Still got another lap to go. He holds it together. Moral Atheist sitting there with the mushroom looking like he's going to use it for a shortcut. Really good usage. Skips him right ahead to fourth place. Narrowly avoiding that gear. Taking this turn tightly. And now that this is the last lap, that center point is open, so he can use the glider. And taking advantage of that, probably get another jump. Yep, another jump boost there, another jump boost there. And just before you know it, right behind Pharaoh SSB, who is also currently behind. I can't make out the title on the time. Oh, it appears to be Steezy, who just lost the lead. Moral Atheist in kind of an epic fashion, taking first. Does look like he will keep it. Pharaoh coming in third. I did miss who third place was. It appears to have been Steezy is second place, who was in the lead there with a point total of 89. And Moral Atheist needed that. That put him up to a point total of 82. So, pretty solid job there all in all. GG's. But right back to what we were seeing before. Back to the 4 screen. And these guys, Lemon Tea and Cookie Coo, going to remain in the same bracket, while Elu appears to be in a different bracket with human players. Just a little bit different. Has a blue shell chasing him down. I'm not sure exactly where it went. The blue shell must have been honed in on whoever was in first place right before Elu is what must have happened. But that allowed Elu to finish in first because otherwise he was cooked. So Moral Atheist currently on the early parts of his race. Let's see. What I want to do is focus on that bottom game right there because it is the last lap. Coogie's in first and Lemontine fourth. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Coogie must have gotten wiped by items. I'm sorry I missed it. But basically, he went from first to ninth while Lemon Tea finished in the pretty regular third, fourth range he got. I'm pretty sure he just got fourth. But man, that was brutal. That's going to hurt a little bit for Coogie because he was doing pretty well. He has several wins. Ninth place, definitely a big bump on the head, though. That's for sure. Okay, so while these guys are in menu, I'm going to kick back the fourth to the 4 screens, just so you guys have anything to watch, and I'll find you a better focus right now. Alright, so we're going to hop to Moral Atheist and Pharaoh in the same race, and this is the final lap. So Pharaoh looking in pretty good shape here. The finish line just ahead. Is able to get rid of that red shell on his tail. No way of getting first, but does get second. Moral Atheist now just looking to save some face. Make sure he gets that 7th. Does secure it. And I do believe Elu is currently in game, and I'm going to hop to him right now. If I can find him. And I found him. Currently in first. doing his thing, very far ahead in first here. And this is lap 2 of 3, so he's got a little bit of time to go, but overall looks in really good shape because even if he gets hit by something, like he just got hit right there, it's not going to sink him. But it does appear that the difference between second and first is kind of closing down. It looks like it's a Roy and, okay, yeah, that's Dry Bowser kind of right on the tail there. But Roy does appear to be taken out by something, which does allow Elu to open up just another lead. Hello, Elite Buckle. Nice to see you. Hold on to that red shell. Kind of a double threat, but that lightning is going to take care of it. That red shell is done for anyways because he had another red shell right on his tail. But we'll see if Elu can keep this lead. It's pretty far. I'd be surprised. It would take probably an error on his own, plus something else hitting him, whether that something else be a blue shell or maybe just hitting a banana peel that's already left on the track from last lap. But forget about that blue shell. He does have, I don't even know what this thing is called, but it basically sends it's like a boom box. So if there's a blue shell behind him, he doesn't have to worry because that'll cancel it. Same with any red shells, but doesn't really have to worry about it. He used it early, but didn't really matter. Moot point because he was that far ahead and nothing hit him before the finish line. So back to a Moral Atheists, and that is Pharaoh on your side of the screen. Just ignore the tags before I fix them. Oh, okay, cool. So I didn't really, okay, so Elite, you're in bracket 2. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure. I got to see what races you've been with because I'm pretty restricted to whoever's on, whoever's streaming, who I'm getting to see, basically. So I'm able to kind of see guys in people's races that aren't streaming, but it's to the side of the other people who are streaming. Speaking of which, I'm going to try and get a better viewpoint of who's in this race between Pharaoh and Moral Atheist. Oh, well, what's up, man? So you haven't been anything yet, so I might not see you, but Mute City, yeah, so I don't know if anyone's just starting or not, or if anyone's in Mute City, but if they are, there's a good chance you'll be on their screen. In the meanwhile, this is who we got racing. Okay, it does look like you're in Elu's race, because Elu does appear to also be in Mute City. Yep, that's definitely what's going on, so that's cool. So Elite, you're racing against Elu, who's currently in first place. Meanwhile, we have Moral Atheist on, I believe it's Sky Gardens is the name of the race. I gotta freshen up on my Mario Kart. It's been a little while. Oh no, Moral Atheist getting caught against the wall. Not a good place to be. And I'm gonna try and get a better shot at Moral Atheist's race. He probably has someone racing against him. He does. Okay, yeah. So there we go. There's Pharaoh. There's Moral Atheist. What I think I'll do is... Okay, it does look like Elu's on lap 2 of 3. Currently sitting in second place. Pharaoh does appear to have finished just ahead of Moral Atheist in 4th place. Moral Atheist taking that 5th. But while we do that, I'm going to big screen Elu here because he's doing pretty well and also one of the few active races at the moment. Meanwhile, there is the head-to-head that we've been seeing all day, and that is Kugi versus Lemon Tea. Kugi just still in dominant fashion. As soon as Elu finishes this race here, I am going to... Okay, look at that, man. That's Elite right there in front. In first. That's actually super cool. There we go. Let's oh man, Elite just losing the lead. Kind of in a very close race here with Elu, who's just been taking some races today and also kind of grinds this game. Is pretty good. We will see if Elite is able to catch up. Elite, our new friend that we just made in the chat. I definitely appreciate you. We'll see. Oh my god, just hit right over the finish line. That would have been Elite's saving grace. I mean, it's all right, man. It looked like you're doing pretty solid there for a little bit. I believe that was you in second, I saw. Pretty solid either case. Items didn't work after. You were moments away from basically Elu getting taken out by that blue shell. And that's pretty cool, man. Pro tournaments, I haven't really, like, I don't know a lot about Mario Kart tournaments. This is pretty new for me. I just know that it's been bringing a lot of, like, interest and people have been enjoying it. But, yeah, it's cool because I'm trying to get these streams going, and I want to get more people into it because people genuinely seem to have fun. But not having a spectator mode is really a killer. So this is what we got. If you're ever able to figure out a stream, just let me know, and I'll add it into the mix, and that'll be pretty cool. Because we'll get to see you like side by side everybody else, and it's sick. Meanwhile, anyone who just is joining us or is enjoying what they're seeing and interested, this is an open tournament. On the top right is a tournament code. You can go ahead and open up your Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch. Go to online play tournament mode and type in that code, and that's all you got to do, and you're in. You have until 9 o'clock to finish your races, which should be plenty of time at this point. I'm not even sure how many races. Let me confirm. I keep talking about it. Okay, yeah, 24 races. That'll take you a while. If you only have an hour, you could get a decent amount of them done, but you might not finish. But in either case, it's not too late to join. Even if it is too late to join, you still get results. It's all good. All right, let's see. I don't know what's going on Elu's screen. All I know is I see Glentendo got first place. Using that dirty top tier Wario that caused so much rage in the teams bracket. All right, so okay. Let me go to. I don't know. They're just spectating. I think those guys are all done? Question mark. If they're done, that's crazy. That was quick. There are a couple active races though that I can see. So let me go ahead and find those. Appears to be Faro is one, and Moral Atheist is the other. And it does look like these guys separated. I think they were in a few of the same races and now are no longer in the same race. It does look like Faro is getting better with each race, though. Moral Atheist taking a pretty good chunk of race away on that shortcut. Oh, dude, you got 12 more? Damn, I didn't realize. So you're just taking a little breather. That makes sense. 24 races is a lot. I guess, okay, so you finished 12, figuring you started on time. It took you about 45 minutes. That seems good. That's reasonable. That definitely seems reasonable. But I am going to go back to 4 screens because it looks like we have at least 3 active, and I'm trying to get as much as possible. All right, there we go. That's what we like. All right, so there we go. Moral Atheist finishing in a 3rd place. Didn't really get to catch too much of his race, but a solid placing. All right, so the format for this is it's pretty simple. I will go to the other screen that has the code on the top. Okay, so the format's this. Basically, all you have to do is go to Mario Kart. There's a tournament mode, and there's a code on the top right of this screen. You just use this code in the search by code section of tournaments in the Mario Kart game, and you're in. That's it. So what happens is you'll do there's a total of 24 races. You'll do 24 races, and then from there, your placings just total. So like you'll be racing against other people in the circuit, but since there's a lot of entrants, it won't always be the same people. So you might get some bots, you might just get some other people, and it just uses the total points, and that's basically it. The in-game tournament mode tallies up all the scores and all that. Let's go, Leap Buckle, first place. Let's get it. Gotta start streaming, bro. See that gameplay, especially if you're playing like pro circuits, that'd be lit, man. Seeing like pro gameplay compared to just people grinding or just like new, like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot to it. Like Mario Kart's pretty timeless, man. Everybody loves Mario Kart. Like everyone might not agree that Mario Kart 8's the best Mario Kart, and I don't think so either. But like, I don't know. It's the newest one we have, and like the most accessible one in terms of online gameplay. So with that, it's enough. So it does look like Lemon Tea is getting fired back up. And I'm almost a little excited to start playing this a little bit myself again because I want to get like my knowledge back. I used to know this game pretty well when I was playing on the Wii U, and I just like forget what maps are even in it anymore. All right, so I'm gonna stop being okay. Elu, another second place here. We've seen Elu getting pretty good placings. I've seen him in first, I've seen him in second and third. I haven't really seen anything much worse than that. What I am going to do is I have the game reset, and for anyone who missed this little spiel earlier, the point totals in tournament mode aren't the best, to say the least. What happens is there's a point total there for everyone racing, but it doesn't update unless like you full-on like hard reboot the game. I'm talking about like going to the home menu, restarting, and booting the game back up. So I just did that because after this race that we're seeing, or after these couple races, this appears to be 3 different races right now, all going on simultaneously. There is a standings that you can see. And I'll show you that as soon as this is over. But what I can tell you is Elu is currently in 3rd place on the leaderboard at 166 points. Glentendo at 158 in 4th place. Zodiac 5th place. Kugi 6th. Maverick Hunter 7th. Nicholas NZ, which I believe is Nick is a Melee streamer. Zonak, he's a cool dude. EO, nice, sitting in 9th. Steezy 9th. Good stuff. It's nice when I know like a lot of the people in bracket. It makes my job a little easier because I have like context to give you guys instead of just like saying like, oh, here's these names that you guys also don't know. I can at least tell you about them. But shout out to Moral Atheist on the 1st place. He's always flirting with it, and then like something happens, but it appears to have secured it over Dry Bowser, and I can't read that from here. But anyways, Elite Buckle. All right, so it's you got a 2nd, a 1st, and a 3rd. Gotta keep that grind, man. If you tell me which streamer, I'll be able to switch to. But let's see here. In the meanwhile, let me try and find. It looks like Kugi just finished. Pharaoh is currently going. He's on your bottom left. Let's see. It appears Lemon Tea is done with his race. All right, so Elu is currently active. And so is no one else. So let's break it out to Elu then. Just for the meanwhile. Let's look at that. Alright, the one that finished Bowser's Castle, I believe that was... Oh, that was a Moral Atheist, I'm pretty sure. Okay, cool. I will keep that in mind then. I'll have you guys all queued up. Wildwoods, that's like a... Not my favorite map, but it's not like the worst map. Anyways, I do see your race. This is actually Moral Atheist's 15th race, whereas it's your where it's Elite's 4th race. Elite, our friend that we just made in the chat today. So that's basically it. So that's kind of how it goes. It just kind of whoever syncs up to who when the races are going off, or whoever finishes and simultaneous, it'll kind of keep you to that. And then, yeah, just totals points. And I'm pretty sure I've seen, like... I don't think I've seen a game with Kugi that hasn't had Lemon Tea and vice versa. These guys have been playing basically the entire, like, day. Or at least since I've been live, which was on time. So... Shoutouts to that. But I did say I would check out Moral Atheist's screen because we got Elite in there. So I'm going to find that and check in. Does look like a Moral Atheist is currently in 2nd. With okay, that's it appears Mr. M also entered in this tournament. Fabled Pikachu main from South New Jersey. That's Pikachu RTN. Does appear to be in a very shaky first because we're watching Moral Atheist slowly gain his ground back. Finally getting first place back. So let me fix that stream label. There we go. That's who you're actually watching. All right. Well, while that goes, I'm just going to flop back to Lemon Tea and Koogie Cougs because both these guys, I believe, now have 11. Oh no, Lemon Tea getting the lightning. He was about to take a shortcut with the mushrooms. Had 2 of them. Oh, he's tilted. Shout out to Koogie for getting second, and poor Lemon Tea was sitting in second and then ended up in 8th. Does appear, I believe that is that Zodiac on the top, I think? Anyways. Well, as long as you're staying in that top 5 range, man, I mean, these are a lot of races, so it's like there's plenty of time to kind of make up ground. And I've only seen 1 or 2 people really consistently finish like first, second. Yulu being one of them, who's currently on the screen on the top right. Anyways, I hope everyone watching is having a good time with this. It's I think it's pretty neat. At the very least, just for getting people like active and having a good time. The guys in the Discord for Glentendo Circuit Discord, they're grinding every single day. Like every day they're playing. So it's definitely like a force. But back to I keep forgetting the name of this map, but it's like such a good map. It's just one big map versus having laps and stuff. Dude, red glasses in a red suit? That's kind of lit. Alright, so I'm going to guess that Elite is still playing in Immoral Atheist's lobby. And also Pharaoh. Does look like he's in 2 streamers' lobbies. I am going to get you the 4 screener. I just have to fix one of the screens. To be... I believe Koogie is the one who's missing? Yes. Okay. Alright, so currently on your screen, the labels will be there right now. That's who's playing. Moral Atheist and Pharaoh in a race together on TikTok clock. And then Lemon Tea just taking a very good shortcut, but still a little bit of a ways behind Koogie Cougs. I gotta just look up this race. It's gonna drive me nuts. Like what the course is named. Oh wow, this is actually pretty close. Lemon Tea did drop to 3rd place, but doing a great job catching all those bumps. That blue shell's gonna do him a favor. He will get bigger before 2nd place does, as per how the lightning works. And does appear to be kind of neck and neck with these guys. Oh no, Lemon Tea getting hit at all the worst times, and he was trying to take a shortcut, and it ended up kind of causing him a 5th place. Koogie Cougs taking his very reliable 2nd place that he gets. Let's break it out to a Moral Atheist and Pharaoh. It does look like Pharaoh won that last game. Moral Atheist kind of behind. Oh no, Pharaoh was on the race that just ended. My mistake. Okay, so that's who took first over Lemon Tea and Koogie. Must have been Pharaoh, so that's pretty good. Rough placing for Moral Atheist. It does look like... There we go. First on TikTok clock. Probably the best map in the game. Well, it's up there. Good stuff, man. All right, let's see what races I can get you guys. Does look like we're in a little bit of a in-between place, but here we go. Right now, Lemon Tea on the left, Elu on the right. Elu having a really good run today. Lemon Tea probably somewhere in the middle of the pack-ish. Also, Mount Wario is the one I wanted to talk about. That's like one of my favorite races. But that is no longer on the screen. Instead, we do have... oof. Yeah, we do have Rainbow Road here for Elu. Rainbow Road, the new Rainbow Road, like in this game, he does finish second, so good for him. Is really a chore, man. It is a difficult race. It is definitely a difficult race. There's just so many places to fall off of. The shortcuts are, I don't want to say they're unreliable, but you definitely need to practice them. Let's kick it out here. All right, I am gonna get the usual, or the the classic matchup, I should say. Lemon Tea and Kugi, because they're always playing against each other. All right, yeah, let's check that out. This is looking like a close one here. Now Kugi in a first place, a position we've seen him in. Lemon Tea with a little bit of distance in between, but sometimes it could be deceptive on the map when you're in the air like that. All right, Pharaoh's lobby. Okay. Oh, okay, so it looks like Kugi's gonna, or I'm sorry, Elu's gonna be playing against Kugi. That'll be exciting. We can get that screen. I'm not sure who else is in Pharaoh's lobby, but I do see you in there, Elite. All right, so we'll see Lemon Tea taking a bit of a lead and extending it at that. And the perfect time to do it on lap 3. Does deflect a red shell with whatever he had hanging on the hitch there. Is probably a banana peel if I had to guess. And a decent ways ahead of Kugi. Right here at the final stretch, he is going to go for the shortcut. There is like a famous clip of him whiffing that shortcut, but not today. He does finish in first. He's hype. Let's go. Kugi coming in, oh my god, almost fumbling there at the end, but does get second, and he really needed that because his point totals are pretty good right now. So having a fall there would have been not so great of a look, but thankfully that didn't happen, and it's a happy ending for him. So right now those guys finished. So what I'm going to do is, I see Pharaoh just finished as well. Looked like he got another third place, I believe. Let me see who else is available. All right, it looks like everybody's in the same place right now. If I was more prepared, actually, is this the same code? It is the same code. This is where we're at today, everybody. This is the rule set, tournament code. This is what it looks like. So if you're interested in these things, make sure you check out Glentendo Circuit. You can find out more information either Glenn's Twitter there at Super Glentendo. You could check out the Master Hand Gaming Twitter, which is connected to this stream that you're watching at Master Hand Games. And it appears that Lemon Tea is in a queue all by himself. That's sad. Okay, let's go check out. Yep, there he is, all by himself. Well, take advantage, man. Get those bots. Get those points, dude. This is the way the tournament works. Fair game. Fair game. This is the first race I think I've seen Kugi in without Lemon Tea. Currently on the Excite Bike track. We got 3 different races, soon to be 4. Yeah, you might. If the race hasn't started with one person, you might need one more. All right, so as Lemon Tea tries to get in a queue that has human players, we got 3 different races going on right now, all of which are being played masterfully by the streamers, as we can see. got 2 seconds and a third. Kugi appearing to hold on to that mushroom, finally using it after hitting a couple mud patches. Ooh, big mess for Pharaoh on the bottom left. Items everywhere. Got hit while he's in second place, lost it, then got hit again. Does have a star right on his tail. Better move over for that, boy. All right, the star did not catch him. Meanwhile, Kugi on the Excitebike level on lap 3 of 3, hitting that mud patch, I think, for the 3rd time in a row. Gonna jump over that one. Gonna get really good speed boosts off all these bumps here. Shout out to Mario Kart, finishing 5th in his race. Kugi continuing to press his lead, not doing anything fancy because you don't have to on the Excitebike level. You just got to hit the jumps. Does have a banana peel to deflect that red shell. Does take a 1st place. It's Kugi Cougs. All right, so that was a full lobby, by the way. You could tell by all the American flags. Those are all entrants. So conversely, Lemon T sitting in a room all by himself. Where's all the boys? Maybe he'll get some people from that last queue. Seems possible. I don't know exactly how these races work, but could be. Anyways, Morlatheus in a like half-ish full lobby. We'll see, maybe he gets thrown in there, although it looks like it might be too late for that. Let's see, where can I focus in the meantime? Because it does appear as though there's at least one person racing? Maybe not. Well, what I can tell you is Immoral Atheist is on his 18th race, because I just saw that pop up, and so is Elu. Dude, I like these updates. Feel free to keep bringing them, man. 2nd place. Keep getting those top 3s. Just got to chip them away. And so Elu doing his thing. It appears like everyone's on their 18th race. It does look like Lemon T finally found his place back because he's again queued up with Kugi. I'm sure these guys very much missed each other. Bottom left, I'm going to get Elu back on screen because he is currently in a pretty good position in his race, so I don't want to miss that. Bottom left. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's there's Elu. Labels are fixed accordingly now. Damn, dude, 70 points so far is kind of putting in work because you started late. You're already ahead of the curve for some people who have been playing. Some of these guys are, I believe, another 6 races away from being done. And after this race, I'm going to start rebooting now. I'm going to get a score update because it does look like everyone's playing at the same time, so I should have enough time to basically show you guys the score update, which you'll be seeing booting up in the total background of everything going on right now in just a moment. Nice shortcut by Lemon T. Covering quite a bit of ground there. He's going to do it just a little bit again. Not quite the same kind of shortcut, but similar, cutting across the rough with the mushroom. Fortunately, did not have to worry about that bullet bill, but did have to worry about that green shell. Kugi comfortably sitting in 1st place at the moment, which is the position we've seen him in all day. Although, as I say comfortably, there is a Luigi right on his trail. But Kugi, grinding this game as he does know all the shortcuts, taking 2 consecutive ones. I'll be honest with you, I haven't played this game in a bit, and I didn't even really know about the shortcuts, but they seem like they link together pretty well, and Kugi took advantage. Now has a Bowser right behind him. Doesn't matter, though, does finish in 1st. Lemon T does take an 8th place. Let's see what else we got going on. I do believe Elu might still be. Nope, Elu's in queue. All right, so yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of in queue at the moment. So we should have some action for you once again as I just flash you where we are with the tournament code. Check it out, guys. This is a good time. It's pretty non-committal. You could basically decide you don't want to play as soon as you start playing and just not finish. Like, it's not even serious. Or if you just start doing terribly, whatever the case may be. So something to think about. It's a good time. Anyways, here's Elu and a Moral Atheist in the same race. And I did forget to check on that score update, but it kind of worked out where the games didn't really have a whole lot of pause in between. All right, so currently Elu very much in a good position to still behind Anju, and I'm not sure who Anju is, but they're lit because they're total 259 points, and second place is 233. So even if he's a race behind, that's still like a decent lead. So you can kind of see that up top a little bit. Let me get rid of the top right overlay, and you guys will be able to see it a lot of it. So in the background. Oh, looks like the points reset again. Oh, this is Glentendo Circuit 2. There we go. There's Glentendo Circuit 3. All right, so Anju at top at 259, Elu at 233, Zodiac 226, Shikai at 221, Kugi at 216, which definitely tells you something, because I think they're on their 18th race. I think Kugi did take a 9th, which was a little bit devastating, apparently, for his placings, because he's been taking first, like, everywhere else I've seen. So that 9th place really hurts. Glenn currently in 6th place. Mab at 177. Nick Zonak at 173. EO 172. All right. So that's the current point leaders. Kick it over to 4 screens here. There we go, another first place for Kugi. Lemon Tea finishing another 8th. I think that's actually the same result as last race. And it does appear as though Moral Atheist and Elu in the same race. And wow, Elu getting the Piranha Plant in 3rd place at that late. I don't even know how this game's like does the items or whatever, but that seems crazy. But he does get a pretty good item despite that. It appears that queue is kind of small, about 5 or 6 players, but I mean that's still head-to-heads, man. There's only so many ways you can do a tournament mode in Mario Kart. But all right, everybody in menus. So let me kick it back here. Oh, you know what I could do? This is what I could do. Here's a full screen of the current point totals. Anju, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you know about this tournament or this VOD or the fact that I'm trying to stream it, but if you're a streamer, send me your links. And if you're not a streamer, think about it. You know? Just think about it. Elu's sitting in 2nd place. Zodiac 3rd. Shikai, who I'm not positive who Shikai is. Okay, never mind. Someone from France. So there's been a few French invaders that have been coming to these. Let me see, Elite. Yeah, no, thanks for the updates, man. It is nice knowing how other people are doing aside from the people that I know and people I'm just starting to get to know. So that's going to put you in a good position because, as you see on the screen, there's a few people here that are pretty far in that must have taken a bump on their head because, like, Kugi got 9th place one time and is still in 5th place. And he's, like, on his 18th race, and I think everyone above him is probably at the same race count. So definitely got to be careful of those placings. In the meanwhile, here's what we got going on. We got Wario Mountain for both Elu and Moral Atheist. And it does look like Kugi and Lemon Tea, I forget the name of this stage, but it's like a DK stage. Oh no, it's the Zelda stage, I'm sorry. Excuse me. All right, yeah, so you're on the 9th race, and you still got plenty of time to finish. You kind of got to hustle. But these guys, I think, are on like the 19th or 20th or something like that. It does still very much help, even if like you want to join this and you know you're not going to finish your races. Like, it still matters because you're keeping whoever's been playing the entire time kind of honest. You're not just giving them like free placings with bots. You could totally buster up the brackets. Speaking of bustering up the brackets, Elu just kind of getting bombarded with the red shells. And a green shell. Goes from first for a while to now 6th place. Going to try and find his way back in, but in a bit of the rough. Meanwhile, Moral Atheist just a bit ahead of Elu throughout all that mess. Does have some mushrooms. Is going to use them as they approach the final lap. Elu does seem to have a good grasp of where he's at and is surging. As I say that, does get caught up in a corner. A few more corners. Moral Atheist, though, kind of cooking. Finds himself in 3rd place with the mushroom, so can make a move here, but not a whole lot of shortcuts on Wario Mountain. So I'm not sure where he's going to use this mushroom, but it appears that he already did. And he does have red shells. This is going to have to use them because the finish line right in eyesight here does end up squeaking out. Did he get first? That's good. Got 2nd. All right, so yeah, someone finished just ahead of him. Okay, yeah, it was Nick Z. So Nick Z getting first. That's a good win for him because he is actually in the notable point category. Currently sitting in 8th place with unrefreshed results, but that 1st place is definitely going to push him up the ranks a little bit. And let me restart the game entirely so I can get some scores. It does appear as though everybody is just chilling, waiting for their next game, except for Pharaoh. Let's not forget about Pharaoh. He is currently playing on, I forget which Bowser stage this is, but this one is kind of tricky because you see the parts shaking on the map. Those break away during the race, so it's one of those things you have to literally account for as you're racing. Whereas, like, the next lap, you're going to have, like, less places to be on. Because part of the track starts to break away. But anyways, so Pharaoh sitting in 4th place with, it appears to be Chester, who I'm unfamiliar with. And I think I saw EO. Yep, EO ahead of him being in 2nd place. And 1st place really far ahead. Not sure who's playing Daisy. But they're doing pretty well. And pretty bold strategy. Oh no, by Pharaoh. Maybe a little bit too aggressive. Does end up finding himself in the pit at the time you don't want it, which is the last lap, and does get 5th place though. So there's that. Good job holding it together enough. Let's go back here. Looks like Elu on Wario Mountain again? Question mark. Let me get these labels fixed up for you. Alright, so here's our 2 races we got right now. Lemon Tea and Elu. They're in separate races, but Elu's someone we got a close eye on because he does look like a favorite to definitely top 8, if not like top 3, at least with the current stuff going on. Holding it down pretty well, and I'm pretty sure he was just racing here, so he's getting a little bit of the run back on the map. It does appear that this is one that he really likes, or at least is really good at. And I don't blame him, Wario. Yeah, this is a good one. We've seen it a few times today. Today, this is the popular one. Last week, we saw a lot of Music Park was like the most popular. You could probably still make top 20, I would think, provided you could finish your races in time. Which you still have another like 40-ish minutes. Alright, so it does look like we have multiple people racing. So let's check that out. if you were enjoying watching Elu, he's still on your bottom left. Yeah, I think you still got time, Elite Buckle. I think you might not finish all the... Maybe you will. I don't know. It's tricky. I feel like it's going to be close. I think you started at the exact perfect time. But Elu does get first. Good for him, man. He kind of needed that. He needs to close that gap between him and Anju, who is a beast at this game, apparently. Who we don't know who it is yet. I wonder if they're grinding out in the Glen circuit, or maybe they're in a couple pro Mario Kart tournaments as well. Seems possible. Could be. I'm pretty new to the Mario Kart scene, so I don't know how frequent these things go on or how big the player base is. Yeah, Elite Buckle, if you could figure out the pro strats, I know it seems like you got some experience in this game. You got to do what you got to do, man. Make it happen. I believe. I definitely believe. All right, so checking out. Okay, so those look like Elu's on his 22nd race. 2 more to go. I'm assuming that Koogie Koog's also on his 22nd race right now, sitting in a pretty decent first place lead here with a green shell behind him, so we'll be able to defend against anything like a red shell or anything else coming against him. If it's a blue shell, he's in for it. Red shell, up, speak of the devil. Here comes the blue shell. No way to get rid of this unless he had one of those boom boxes or was able to kind of frame trap it, but someone does whiz right past him. Let me see if I could get a beat on who that is currently. Oh man, Koogie finishing in 3rd. With Mav coming in first above him, and Steezy also a pretty solid point total, man. I thought 196. That's definitely on the higher end. So Steezy hanging in there. It's cool, man. It's cool seeing people, and like I'm focused right now on like 5 or 6 viewpoints. Yeah, the tournament ends at 9. So like you could still start now, and you could basically still beat these guys and alter the results for them, but finishing 24 races now is probably not going to happen, or I'll say definitely won't happen, but you definitely still get racing with friends, because I can almost guarantee all these guys are going to be playing like right after too. Dude, Pharaoh, thanks for streaming, man. I appreciate it. Anyone who is curious about the streamers, I do have them listed right here. These are all the active streamers today. As you can see, Pharaoh right there. So if you were enjoying watching some of Pharaoh's races and that gorgeous Yoshi overlay that he has, I recommend you going over and checking out his stream. He is going to be playing Smash, so I don't know if he's doing viewer battles or anything like that, but if you're on that wave where you're going from Mario Kart to Smash, go check him out. In the meanwhile, we got Elu on screen, and I'm going to keep Elu on screen probably for a bit because he's doing really well in total. And he's only 2 races. Let's see, this is the 22nd race. So he only has 2 more races after this. Okay, let me kick out the 4 races here. All right, Elu getting 3rd in his race, oh, I'm sorry, it's still, oh no, he did finish. Okay, so Elu getting 3rd. And he was in the same race as, or no, I think it was just the same map. He's not in the same race as Koogie and Lemon Tea. Just the same map, oddly enough. Yeah, Elite, man, keep pushing. I mean, you're getting all the good placements, so if you're just like, if you're able to finish the races, I have no doubt you'll probably finish like an easy top 5-10, depending on like, you know, 1, that you continue racing as well as you are, and 2, you know, you finish the races. Either way, you're busting it up for a lot of people here who probably thought they'd be getting different placings, because I know you are getting in some queues with them, so keep it up, man. And if you're looking for more races outside of this, I can link a Discord. Let me know about that. I don't have it linked currently, but I will link you to Glenn's Discord. which has all these guys that regularly play against each other. So you'll be able to get some races in with them. They're playing almost every single week. Yeah, Sean, dude, there's Tuesday races too. I stream these on Tuesdays, but they're team races. So, and the last week was 3v3. Oh man, Kugi going off the rails entirely. Anyways. Oh, and Lemon Tea, as Kugi goes off the rails, Lemon Tea takes advantage and pulls into second place. Mav right in front of him. But yeah, so Sean, basically, Tuesdays are team races. So I think it's similar to this, but there's just like team colors was the first week, and then last week was 3v3. So you need teammates, but it's still like the same format, basically. Yeah, I'm not sure what Glenn's doing. He did like a thing last week where we used Smash GG. And the Smash GG allowed us to, it ran like a bracket as double elimination. I'm pretty positive we're not doing that format again. But I don't know if he's going to use like a Smash GG and do like single whatever, because people seem to like the 3v3 format. It just didn't really like, run that well. Because there was like an auto DQ timer, and a lot of teams ended up getting DQ'd before it even started, including Glenn's. So like it was just like kind of a mess. But I think this time he might just do the basic 6v6 thing. Dude, I've seen Elu on Wario Mountain more than like I've seen anyone on any map. But he is racing against the player from France, or one of the players from France. Dude, if you want to bring him to these tournaments and just have him enter and tell anyone who's trying to stream that, like, you know, I'm going to put next to other streams, that would be a massive help. My really big goal for these tournament streams right now is to just get more people interested, especially streamers, because it's kind of like, it's just like a good network of content. Because the more people stream it, the more viewpoints we get, and the more like we're able to watch the tournament. But if only a few people stream it, we don't as much. So it's like, even if they're just players and they don't stream, it's great. But if like you're looking for streamers that's looking for like 2 hours worth of content, and don't mind, like, you know, I'll be obviously shouting them out like right now. Like it's basically this the whole time. So hold on, let me look. Like for example, you'll see like all the URLs and stuff. So like I'm just trying to get attention everywhere. Awesome, man. Yo, Elite Buckle, dude. I'm a believer, man. I think you make it too. I think you could probably not even finish a couple of races and make it. Let's go. Yeah, so it's cool because we have people coming from like for example, Elite Buckle said like you know, he was just in like a pro Mario Kart tournament the other day. Like there's people that grind this game. Like it's new to this channel and it's new to me as like someone just trying to cast and stuff, but like it definitely has existed for a while. Is what I'm learning, obviously, because this isn't a new game. But yeah, so I think there's a lot that could happen. I could definitely see like the casual variety streamer kind of getting into it too, and just kind of having it be like a once-a-week thing. And yeah, I don't know. I think the format is really neat personally, but I'm also a little biased because like I made it. But like I think it's thought out enough to cater to more people. Zodiac, I feel like I saw you in like top 5 though. Maybe not your best week, but you know, you're still in that top 8 range. There's people just trying to make it there. Yo, I'm chilling, Corona. When are you gonna start entering and streaming these? This is like, I'm trying to get this to be the come together. To be honest with you, I would love for this format to happen for like when I'm streaming DNA too. Like if I had people streaming their brackets and like I have a tournament match, like in between games or even during the game, I could show several matches at once. Like that's like the cool stuff. Pharaoh, thanks, dude. Again, let me go ahead and ! Racers. You can find Pharaoh's Twitch there. He did say he was going to keep playing Smash, so if you were watching him here, make sure you go check him out there. In the meanwhile, we do still have some racers going, but we are approaching the end. There's only a half hour left to the active bracket here. I'm trying to find the live stream. Or, I'm sorry, whoever's live. Okay, I'm just going to leave on what's on now because Elu's currently playing, Morlathius just starting, and Kugi and Lemon Tea, they've been in the same queue all day, so I'm going to guess that they're starting together as well. And for the sake of posterity, I will be uploading this to YouTube. I know my current Okay, before I get into that, this is the final race here, so make sure that you know, pay close attention to this one. Koogie's been finishing pretty solidly all day. Lemon Tea's been kind of middle of the pack with a couple shiny spots in the placings and maybe a couple dull points. Definitely like the makings of someone who could definitely be tops if they continue to grind. These guys have been playing a lot. All I can tell you is I've seen Koogies just grinding out speed trials even before and after tournaments. Damn, Elu with just under, he's got 299 points. Good stuff there. I got to think, you know, let me refresh the game so I could see where that finishes now that I know that we have some people finished. I got to think that's probably a top 5 finish at the very least, if not like top 3. All right, so Elu is done, but we do still have 3 racers, and I only have screen with 2 or 4, so we're going to keep watching him do his victory laps. All right, so we're approaching the final lap of the final race for both Koog and Lemon Tea. This stream is probably going to end possibly after this race because this is the final race, and that's kind of all we got, you know. So the more active streamers would be able to follow some of the rest of them, but this is towards the end. Koogie is going to... He's looking pretty good to finish in first here. I don't know what his point totals are. He did have that 1 9th placer, which did appear to be quite the blow to his overall standings. But, you know, getting another first here, I still think will probably secure him a top, you know, anywhere between top 5, top 8 placing. Or top 10. All right, so he does secure the first. Lemon Tea, get the bullet build, does sneak 6th place. Definitely take those. Let's see here. All right, so I think that's kind of it. So I believe everybody is mostly done with the races that we have on screen share. So what I'm gonna do is restart my game, and I'm gonna look at the final standing screen that I have, and then that'll basically conclude the stream. I'm actually set up to play myself. Obviously, I'm not gonna finish all these races now. I could do a couple, but it's kind of like moot point. Okay, great. Lemon Tea does have one more. And so does Moral Atheist, so it looks like we could at least get one good race out of both these guys, which is exciting. Because they're not quite done yet. I'll tell you, like, I'm having a pretty decent, like, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with this. I'll have an even better time when I really start to see people kind of showing up for it. But the thing is people are showing up. It's mostly just finding streamers, and that's definitely a different thing. All right, let's check out these standings while we can. All right, so, okay, it does look like Moral Atheist is done, so we'll go ahead and get Lemon Tea on the focus here. This one last race in, and if you want to go give Lemon Tea your energy, I do recommend you go to his stream directly. Lemon Tea Legacy is the URL, twitch.tv/Lemon Tea Legacy. And yeah, I'll wait till after this. I do have the standings up. Damn, Ali, keep at it though, man. You're pretty close to 20th already, even at 145 points. All right, so Lemon Tea holding it down here. Hi, Elu. Good job. Yeah, so 20th place is currently 178. So if you even like a couple more races, like, because figure this is someone who's done like most of their bracket already, and you're still like middle-ish or like hitting that three-quarter mark. Yeah, 178 is 20th. I think you got it too, to be honest. And 19th is 181, so it's like it's all right there. All right, Lemon Tea in prime position. I can't see the lap counter, but I think this is lap 2. Rolling his way through Hyrule. There we go, lap 3 of 3. This is the last race we're going to have on stream today, so give Lemon Tea all your energy. Get him that first place. That's interesting. Yeah, there's definitely all kinds of strats in this game. There's a lot of really good ones, and it's like it does take grinding because each map, there's like so many maps, and they all have like totally different components. Lemon Tea doing a great job here. Hyrule does appear to be his map. Does finish in first. He needed that. Definitely needed that one. So shout outs to that. That's a pretty good job. And I'm going to restart my game right now because now it'll have like the actual finished results. And then I'm going to show you guys the overall results. And then that's all we got, man. That's all we got. All right, so I'm just going to give a little... So let's just say you wanted to join the tournament and you're new to this cast and you're just watching whatever. You're going to go to online play. You're going to see here it's already for us, the tournament section. There's this section that says search by code. You would type in the code that you saw earlier on the top right of the screen. But I don't have to do that because it's already here. And here it is. Here's all the info. So let's view standings. And this is what we got today. Anju, I don't know who you are. I want to know who you are. You're a beast. 310. Let's see, 24 races. I forget how much first place gets, but like... It's a lot of points. I'm assuming you got mostly first because Elu at 299 got mostly first and seconds. Shikai, I'm not sure who that is, but I can tell you they're from France. I don't know if that's like the pro France player or if it's just like a France player. All I know is we get some France players and it's super cool. All right, so 360 is the max total you can get. So 310, that's kind of godlike. Kugi. Currently at 4th place at 290, and these standings are looking to mostly be the standings, barring a few people below. It's hard to know what the race counts are at, but it does look like the top 8 at the moment is Anju, Elu, Shikai, Kugi, Glentendo, now consecutively, I think 3 weeks finishing in his own top 8. Shoutouts to that. Zodiac 6th. I know he wasn't happy with the performance, but, you know, 6th place, man. That's pretty solid. Maverick Hunter, not just a Mega Man player, coming in at a respectable 233. Lemon Tea in the top 8. I don't know if there's anyone just below him is still looking to finish, but overall, strong placing. If you're able to hold on to that, very cool. Zonak finishing at 9th, your favorite Melee streamer. Let's see, Sig Melee, that's his stream. Steezy finishing at 10th. Shouts to Steezy for getting some skills in this game. Sinatra right behind him by 9 points. EO, Circa, Broth Quang, Moral Atheist, Liam, Nick PGL, Deli, Kyle Farrow. Thanks everyone for coming out, man. These are actually starting to be pretty cool. So this is it. Glenn's gonna post these on Twitter. What I'm gonna do right now is kind of show you where to find some of this stuff as soon as I can. Let's see here, get rid of that, get my screen share. Okay, there we go. So right now, if you go to Twitter, oh, already there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Super Glentendo. This is your tournament organizer. You even got it in the things there. Look, there he is. Look at this handsome guy falling asleep and stuff. This is that Smash and Splash, by the way. Anyways, so Glenn is like your source for all of these things. So you'll see him advertising every week. The Master Hand Games account, which is what I'm on right now, I will be retweeting pretty much everything, but this is his baby, so I let him run with it, and he's doing, honestly, a fantastic job. But what I'm looking for is the top 8 graphic from last week, because I know that he makes them. So, alright, you know what? I have a better idea. I bet you I've tweeted less on Master Hand Gaming than Glenn tweets normally, so I probably have the top 8. Alright, well, this is what the top 8 for the team circuit looks like. This is it. So that was just last Tuesday. Oh, and by the way, if you are looking for something on Tuesday, we have more of these tournaments. Okay, yeah, and this is last week's top 8. So here we go. You'll see one of these graphics coming out probably later tonight. Some of the same faces that we saw in this week, including Zodiac, including Shikai, who I think might be Charlie the King. I'm not positive, dude. I might have that wrong. Kugi. But yeah, so these are the things that happen. So make sure if you're looking for all this, you'll find all the info you need if you follow at Master Hand Games, of course. We also do Smash every single Monday night. What am I talking about? Every single Thursday night with DNA. Those are free to enter brackets. I'm trying to figure out ways to spice those up a bit because like Smash Wi-Fi isn't that interesting to people, and there's so many tournaments. So I might try and do something like maybe some kind of loyalty program, even just for entering, and then maybe have it do something like when the actual season kicks in, or I'll do some kind of cash prize or something, just for like helping keep the channel alive, you know. But yeah, that's all we got. So Tuesday, keep it here. Check, go to the Discord that's linked underneath the stream, I'm pretty sure. What else? What else I want to tell you guys? I want to tell you guys anything? Yeah, Elite Buckle, I think you're on your own, man, but I would just keep grinding those brackets because all you need, or I think you could keep playing. 169, 19th finished at 219. I'm not sure. Regardless, if you can enter, that sucks, but I think you should come back because you're obviously very good. So like, come back and like just start with us at 7. I think this was just a good introduction, even just to get back into it, or even just to like. Ah, damn. That's sad. I didn't realize. So I guess everyone must have started at 7. Interesting. I thought it kept going with just bots, honestly. Well, sorry about that. But next week, I do think you should come back. And I do think you should, yeah, start at 7 with us. 7 Eastern if you're not from this area. And come show the skills, man. So this tournament starts every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you come back at 7 next week, you know, you're in. And then this Tuesday is teams. Damn, you have 14 races left. I think you easily would have finished top 20. Easy. Because oh yeah, that's yeah. So 19th right now is 219. Or I'm sorry. No, not even 181. Damn. All right. Well, yeah. So that's all we got, guys. The format is still being worked on. For I think the best bet is mostly just to like just show up at 7. Last week there was a bigger window of time, so more people joined in late and stuff. But if there's a shorter window of time, yeah, it sucks, man. You halt that RNG, but if you have the full races, easy money. But anyways, I want to thank you for joining and for being interactive. That's what the stream needs is interactivity. So I definitely appreciate you there. Thank you for the follow also, because I saw you did that. And other than that, though, guys, I am going to sign it out. We'll be back for Tuesday with teams, and if you are interested in teams, just reach out to @MasterHandGames on Twitter, @SuperGlentendo, and we'll get you in the Discord and probably find some teammates unless you already have them. Or unless Glenn's just doing the in-game team thing, which just splits up the lobby into 2 teams, he might be. In which case, we'll have a tournament code for you again. Just keep here, and we'll get you all sorted. But until then, oh, nice. Nice. I'm glad your run isn't over, because you still got 14 minutes. Let's go, Elite Buckle. I'm pulling for you, man. But yeah, so with that, thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for supporting the stream. If you're watching the YouTube VOD and you think it's cool, tell your friends. But other than that, oh, Smash Thursdays, DNA. Don't forget, keep it here. There's a bracket, smash.gg/DNA. Easy. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.